Hello everyone, my name is Naina Shah. I study in class 7th A of Kendra Vidyalaya FO Station Nalia. I am the group leader of the NCSC project. Me and my group member have chosen the sub-theme Ecosystem for Sustainable Living. We are making a project on why conserving electricity and fuel is important for the ecosystem and how every person can contribute toward it on a day-to-day basis. Now I am going to tell you why I chose this topic. Every small step we can take is a step forward in preserving our ecosystem. One of the major sources of climate change and pollution is the requirement and the consumption of power and fuel by human beings. These factors affect the ecosystem processes, thus affecting the sustainable living and livelihood. Thus, the endeavor of our project is to provide a solution that can be implemented by each and every person in the society to conserve power and fuel. This will lead to less requirement by us, and that will lead to less generation of power and fuel. Less generation will ultimately lead to less utilization of Earth's natural resources, thus a step forward to conserving our ecosystem through sustainable living. Sustainable living means understanding how our lifestyle choices impact the world around us and finding ways for everyone to live a better and lighter life. Now I will tell you about the effects of ecosystem degradation. Human society is using the ecosystem resources for living and the livelihood of time immemorial. Humans have exploited natural resources to produce the materials they needed to sustain growing human populations. According to the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment (MEA), sponsored by the United Nations, 60% of the ecosystem on Earth are being used up faster than they can replenish themselves. The degradation of ecosystem is an environmental problem that diminishes the capacity of species to survive. The idea of conserving electricity means that you should only use it when necessary and avoid wasting it. While you may not notice much of an impact on your day-to-day life when you make these type of changes, the environmental impact of your actions will be much larger. Now I'll be explaining why is it important to conserve electricity and fuel. There are many reasons why conserving electricity and fuel are important beyond the impact on your wallet. First, less use of fossil fuels. Most electricity used in homes comes from the burning of fossil fuels such as oil or coal. These fuels are needed to power the turbines that produce electricity. These resources are not unlimited or renewable. The faster they are used and the more electricity that is consumed, the quicker they will be depleted. Second, less pollution. The burning of fossil fuels for producing electricity releases enormous amounts of pollution into the atmosphere. Another damage to the ecosystem is seen in oceans and soil whenever there is an oil spill. These ecological threats reinforce why it is so important to conserve electricity. The third reason is fewer greenhouse gases. Acid rain, soot, carbon dioxide, and toxic gases are just a few of the ways electricity production poisons the environment. Even the act of mining coal to be burned is detrimental to the ecosystem. The fourth reason is when the negative and harmful side effects of electricity usage are eliminated, there are positive results. For example, the habitats for plants and animals are saved. This is especially important since pollution is caused by electricity usage. When we analyzed and interpreted our data that we collected through the survey, we found out whether our hypothesis was right or wrong. Our first hypothesis was people should follow a sleep cycle convenient for them. By asking the first question, we came to the conclusion that a majority of people sleep around 10 to 11 pm, which is almost 3 to 4 hours after sunset, i.e., daylight. We note that longer the time we are awake at night, we use numerous appliances as well as artificial sources of light. The electricity consumption is maximum during evening after the natural light fades away. If we follow a natural sleep cycle wherein we sleep within an hour or two of sunset and wake up with the rising sun, then we will end up saving immense amount of electricity that we use at night. of the hypothesis is completely wrong. If every person does their bit in conserving power by reducing consumption, then it is a step forward. My second hypothesis was reduction in TV time and playing video games will save power. By collecting data for question number 2 and 3, we wanted to assess the number of hours devoted by adults and children in front of the screen. Adults and children do watch TV on a daily basis. Though, according to the survey, TV time as well as time devoted to video games is quite limited. We can still reduce the usage or consumption of power by adopting habits like reading and playing outdoor games. This will not only reduce the amount spent on electricity bill, it will also be a very good exercise for mind and the body. Our third hypothesis was more the devices, more the happiness. By asking question number 4 about the number of devices bought in the past year or in a year, we wanted to know that do devices bought add to comfort or happiness or are just another source to consume power. Majority of people bought around 2 devices in the past year. The solution is if every person pledges to reduce their dependence on gadgets and appliances to some level and buy only the most essential items, then not only will we save electricity, money, time and labor, but also reduce our carbon footprint to a great extent. Disposing these electronic gadgets and devices is another very difficult task and it ends up polluting our earth. Therefore, buying less devices and gadgets will save our finite resources as well as our planet. My fourth hypothesis is work from home is a good option to save our ecosystem. By asking question number 5, we find that an overwhelming majority of people would prefer to work from home. During corona pandemic, we have seen that less traffic on our roads led to cleaning up of our air at many places all over the world. This should be a lesson for us. We can help heal our earth by this small but very effective step. The solution is if we make work from home mandatory for all non-essential services as well as any profession where it's a viable option, then we will reduce our fuel consumption in a major way. Not only fuel, but time and many related resources will be saved. People should be encouraged, in fact given initiatives to work from home. It will help in reducing our pollution drastically. My fifth hypothesis was vehicles are an indispensable part of our life. By asking question number 6 and 7, we see that the most favored mode of transportation for commuting to work and running errands by the respondents are cars and bikes. The solution is therefore, we need to either use public modes of transportation or options like work from home to save our planet. Consumption of fuel for a day-to-day activities like commuting and running errands puts a major burden on our non-renewable resources like petrol. We should explore other modes of transportation like cycling, walking, which is good for our health. We all know that major steps have to be taken to save our planet from degradation, which requires effort from each and every person on earth. This survey and the subsequent report on how to reduce consumption of fuel and power in our day-to-day life highlights the necessity and this dire requirement. This is a small step by us to find ways and means to preserve our resources and subsequently our beautiful planet Earth. Thank you.